Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void with a game on the current patch. It's going to be Charlenium versus Cochise here on Babylon, the latter edition. Also a map from the current map pool. Top left, it's going to be Charlenium, a patron of mine. And in the bottom right, it is a Protoss player. It is Cochise. Looking good, dude. All right, you going to block the hatch here, Cochise, or are you going to cannon rush a Zerg player? We will have to wait and see, because the first pylon is not down yet. Once the first pylon is down, it's a gateway or it's a forge, and we will know very, very quickly what Cochise's early game is. We've got Terror the Overlord moving out. Falcon Paladin store has Terror the Overlord merch, 2 separate t-shirts, and a mug with Terror the Overlord's face on it. Go ahead and check it out at falconpaladin.store. Be sure to click the top right currency selector to make sure that you're browsing in your own nation's currency instead of the default, which is Australian dollars. All right, so blocking the hatch here is Cochise, and he's going to win the fight because shields give them a little bit of an edge here. Oh, a forge and a gateway. Throwing down a pylon block here. All right, man, just throw down your natural here. Come on, Charlenium, we can do it. Oh, Overlord does spot this, but did Charlenium see it? Juking, and Charlenium is going to put a hatchery here, but I feel like Cochise is going to cannon rush it as well. So 2 probes out on the map. Oh, very, very good.
Our pylon is under attack.
Base under attack. Did you build it all in the main again?
No, that probably didn't happen. Here we go. So pylon coming up. Going to get some cannons out of the range, out of the vision range of this hatchery, because obviously, the hatchery vision is horrendous. So does manage to take down this pylon, getting a pool up back home, getting gas here too. On the other side, Cochise is like, well, I guess I'll make a zealot. Why not? Terror the Overlord comes in and says, oh, so no expansion yet. That sets off some warning bells. Where's your cannon? I mean, you got to start it. Oh, the Overlord's coming in to check it. I love this. Okay. So Overlord says, oh, there's a pylon here. Crap, quick, make some lings. 6 lings are on the way. Plus taking his own natural 2 is Charlenium. It has been a very scrappy early game here. I don't know if we're done with the scrap yet. Enough gas for speed now. How quickly do we take that speed, Charlenium? Well, it's going to be a second. That's okay. It's just really important you get that done. Whoa! Double gateway, pylon, cannon. Go lings, kill the, oh my god, killing the probe is awesome. Nice surround on the probe. Going after this pylon, they are going to be able to kill it, but a secondary pylon is coming up. I don't know if they're going to be able to kill this pylon. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay, so 2 lings, 3 lings survive the onslaught, but guess what? Secondary pylon is up, and now the lings are all dead. I don't know about these spines coming up either. You gotta kill the lings, you gotta kill that spine. That spine is in so much trouble. Canceling it and rebuilding somewhere else would be amazing. Zerg players hate this. They really hate this whole experience. He's just gonna lose this base. There are 3 gateways up here. Lings can't do it. They can't get surrounds on these cannons. Lings aren't gonna do it. Sacrifice the base, get rid of these spines. Maybe move them over here if you really want the spines, but I would cancel these, and I would just throw up a 3rd base somewhere else at this point. It's, no. Oh, I thought that was blue down there. Doesn't it look like there's a blue dot down at that base on the minimap? Sure does. So hatchery down. Cannon's racking up kills, but some of these are broodlings, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, 2 kills, 14 kills, 3 kills. This center cannon's really stealing all of the kill count. So then we bring zealots over. Oh, man, they don't have speed or anything. They're just going to go slow zealots on the pressure here. I mean, 4 lings can take down a zealot. 5 lings are really good at it. And if you have a queen support, it's even better. So I don't know about this. I don't know. I'm going to tech up to speed here. You've got gas. You're just not using gas for anything at the moment, because you're only making zealots and getting another assimilator and making pylons and, I mean, assimilators here. So I don't know, man. Oh, this pylon isn't powering this gateway, intriguingly enough. So again, this is a Patreon game. Charlenium's a patron of mine at patreon.com/FalconPaladin for $10 a month. Gives him the right to send me 1 replay every month. I will cast it, put it as its own VOD on the channel. And it's always fun to do so because people send in fun games for this. They're not like, this is a game where I got cannon rushed and died in 2 minutes and 4 seconds. Here it is, cast it please. It's like, oh, it wasn't crazy interesting. This is interesting. This is some really crazy stuff Cochise is doing. I think Charlenium said he's been away from the game for a while, and like this is one of his first games back, and it's just mad world level stuff here. So a bunch of Zealots army value is bigger. I mean, the Lings don't want to fight against this many Zealots by themselves. With the Queen's helping, maybe they can make this happen. What is Cochise doing with all this gas? He's not getting upgrades. He's making a Stalker, 3 Stalkers, getting some Stalkers to help his Zealots out. Always nice to have a little melee and range going on. There's not much these Lings can do about this whole cannon setup, especially with Zealots protecting it. So smart not engaging there, but I don't know. It's going to be a 2-base to a 2-base scenario for the Zerg player in a second, and Charlenium's in trouble. He does go for a lair. This feels like a situation I would want to Nidus in, but that's why there's pylons out along the edges of the main. So you're not going to get snuck up on. You could maybe sneak a Nidus Worm in this corner without it getting spotted, but that's a maybe. I feel like the edge of it would be poking out of that fog of war. We're just taking out our aggression on these rocks. I don't think this really provides much benefit to Cochise, but whatever. Third base coming in from Charlenium, and I think this Protoss army could kill it. This feels like early days Wings of Liberty, when Gateway armies were really strong in early game PvZ, and 4 Warp Gate was just impossible to stop for Zerg players for a long time. Then they figured it out. No, those were good days. I really miss those days when StarCraft 2 was new and strategies were really hard to deal with, and people were theory crafting all the time on YouTube trying to figure out what to do, and then somebody would figure it out, and then 4 Warpgate died. Like, that was it. Zerg players knew what to do with it. It wasn't all in. It's very strong all in, and then pull back to the... Okay, here we go. Let the cannons help! The cannons are helping quite nicely, actually, and by golly, it's a lot of dead Lings, and really not that much dead Protoss. Ooh, boy. I honestly would keep pushing here. Oh, you let those Zealots die, though. I'm not sure what sentries are doing for you, unless you're throwing down some incredible force fields. Which maybe you are. I don't know. He's working on +1 attack, which is fantastic. And getting a third base behind it is Cochise. Hydralisks coming out of the hatcheries here from Charlenium. We saw the Hydralisk then come through that production tab. Working on the speed and the range upgrade for those boys. But, I don't know. I mean, yes, you're on 3 bases, but you have fewer workers than the Protoss does, which is not great. That's 7.5 minutes. But this is scraptastic, as Charlenium described it when he sent me this email. But yeah, you can support me at patreon.com for as little as $1 a month. And honestly, everyone that does, I appreciate it. I love you. It means a lot. And you can also do yearly subscriptions. Some people are like, I just want to, support you for $5 every year. So once a year on April, whatever, right? They will go ahead and donate that way. It's always interesting, the way that people want to do that. But if you don't support Patreon because you don't trust it, some people don't, for reasons that I have heard. You can also support me here on YouTube just by clicking the join button down below and becoming a member for as little as $2 a month. This is bad. Charlenium's getting wrecked. Oh, force fielding out so Lings can't assist as these queens die terribly. Oh, it is force fields. The Lings are bouncing around outside. Then they finally make it in. And, oh, they killed one of the Stalkers. Hydra's a great answer. Honestly, Hydra's pretty good against Gateway units, but not as much the Zealots. More Hydras, more Lings coming here too. Pulling the drones. It's a very desperate scenario here. Cochise pulling back to the cannons is a pretty smart idea. Would be also very cool if throwing up a shield battery or two in this location. That seems like that'd be great. Guardian Shield. Oh, temporary Guardian Shield as the sentry gets sniped or runs out of energy. I think it died though. But yeah, Hydras are great here, especially with their speed upgrade. They can kite extremely well. And if they have the range upgrade here too, they'd be even more effective. They don't have it yet, but it's on the way. Yeah, and attacking with these cannons. Dude, 17 kill cannon here. This guy, MVP cannon of the day. Resources lost are 3,600 for Cochise and 5,100 lost for Charlenium. But third base from Charlenium is up, and Cochise lost his third to a nice little Ling counterattack and run by. That was great. That was very smart stuff from Charlenium. That's like a Raynor Serral type move to go for like Ling run bys. Don't set your whole army up there, but send a handful of Lings. Overlord down, or maybe an Overseer based on that death animation. And supply block Charlenium, terrible stuff. Third base of Cochise in a lot of trouble. He's trying to get cannons up, but he's just too late with it. And this little, you know, this is a scrappy little Ling Hydra army. It's 36 to 16 worker, or total army supply, rather. Charlenium's still down in worker count, but up in army supply. Oh, free sentry, free sentry, free sentry. Free sentry? Free sentry! I like that Charlenium's not pushing his luck. He's not trying to go up a ramp into a cannoned, well, stalker type scenario here. Look at the range on that Hydra. I think that's max range when they have that upgrade. Don't, Lings, come on, man. You're not helping. So the Lings come in and die and accomplish very little. Just donating them. But the number of Hydras here is just enough to cause major problems. That range upgrade is so good. Anything that gives you a range upgrade in StarCraft is an insanely good upgrade. But yo, Stalker's coming in. Stutter stepping into this Hydra group. Who's got upgrades? The +1 attack is done for Cochise. No attack upgrades for the Hydras. So, you know, you really want to be about on even upgrades against Stalkers in a fight like that, where it's kind of a 1-to-1 scenario. Stalkers are more expensive. I don't know. Yeah, get some Speedlings in there. Ling Hydra against Stalkers. Way better than just a handful of Hydras versus this many Stalkers for sure. Also, bringing some detection and clearing some creep would be nice. But seriously, build some shield batteries at this forward position. It would be super useful. Another Overseer down. I think he's worried about DTs, which he should be. But our guy is not making DTs. He's getting Blink. He's got a Robotics Bay for, I don't know, make some Colossus. Yeah, there we go. Colossus on the way and Extended Thermal Lance getting Research Tier 2. As the Robotics Base starts moving its arms. Bop, 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 beep, boop, boop. Additional gateways coming in. He recognizes he's floating some cash. So he's macroing back home. And I think this forward spot might just be dead. This is enough Ling Hydra with the range upgrades that they have. The Stalkers in the back can't really attack, and every Hydralisk can attack here. And it's going to be a closer battle maybe than the Hydras want it to be, but that's it. The two Stalkers got to retreat, and this forward position for the Cochise goes down. So, it's a 2-basing Protoss here at 11 minutes to a 3-basing Zerg. For Charlenium, he's oversaturated at his third base a bit. He's undersaturated at the natural, and oversaturated at the main again. So, taking a 4th base here with your 500 minerals, not a terrible idea. Army value is clear. It's 53 to 10? So this would basically be a Zerg win, except for the fact that Colossus just showed up and the entire army of Charlenium is Hydras. Yeah, Hydras are glass cannons. They are very squishy. And if you just micro... Oh, shield battery overcharging this Colossus. No, you're not going to be able to kill it. Your damage is really bursty. It is. But my gosh, no. No, 7 kills immediately in that battle, and Charlenium has to back out. Getting some lurkers would be cool. You're already close to lurker tech. Wait, he just threw something down. This guy missaw that. He's getting a 4th base, getting some corruptors. Smart. He's got a Spire, so sniping down that Colossus pretty much means a Hydra push will win here. Okay, there's 2 Colossus. Yeah, getting extra gas. Both players actually spending their money pretty effectively here at 13 minutes. Impressed by that. Upgrades not super hot for Charlenium. He doesn't have an evolution chamber anywhere. So his ability to produce upgrades is nil at the moment. And man, working on +2 attack, +1 armor, +1 shields. I don't know. 3rd base coming in from Cochise. 4th base is going to finish any second now from Charlenium. But I do feel like if you're fighting against a Protoss player, you need those upgrades. You can have a bigger army. But if they've got +2, +3 attack, and you don't have any armor upgrades or attack upgrades at all, it's just going to be a tough time. It's going to be a bold strategy. Cotton. So Ling Hydra Corruptor, it's not like a huge number of Corruptors here. There's 4 out with another one in production. And yeah, all the Lings and Hydras are just going to die here. It's 3 Colossus! Are you kidding me? Colossus smartly pulling back, which allows the Stalkers to be exposed a bit here. And shield battery overcharges up again. Just pull back when these shield batteries overcharge and get out of there. No! Everything is dying for the Zerg. Okay, well, Dude, shield battery overcharge got nerfed. It's still pretty good. It's still pretty good. It doesn't last as long. It doesn't heal as much shield as it used to, but it is still pretty effective if you're, you know, healing up a Colossus fighting Hydralisks anyway. Yo, this is great. This is a pretty scraptastic, fun back-and-forth game. 5th base coming in from Charlenium. Infestation Pit on the way. Wants to go for Hive Tech stuff. He's like, maybe some Broodlords would be good here. I don't know. Against Stalker Colossus. Colossus will burn out your Broodlings so fast, and then the Stalkers blink under your Broodlords, and all your Broodlords die. It's happened to me before. More than once. Honestly, some Lurkers would be great. You know, Lurkers, they show up in every matchup right now in StarCraft 2 at the professional level. That's because they're really good. You know what makes something that's really good at the professional level something that's really good at the lower level? Man. Okay, once again, this attack is just not doing what it needs to do. Another shield battery overcharge pops down here. These Colossus are just not dying. 12 kills, 14 kills, 8 kills on those robots. There we go. So Charlinium says, I need a Lurker Den. Starts throwing one up here about 15 minutes. Group spread kind of nice down the southern side. Starting to creep along the north side here too. And the center's got some fresh creep tumors ready to go. Yeah, so the splash damage here for coaches today is going to be Ye Old Colossus. It could be Storm. It could be Disruptors. Either one of those things are going to be pretty good against a Zerg player, especially at this level of StarCraft. It's hard for Zerg to split against Disruptors. They're not used to splitting like Terran is against Banelings, right? Charge getting researched. Love a good charge. Love a good Warp Prism. Speed upgrade. Or maybe that's the Observer one. I always forget. They look so close to each other. Army value is 76 to 63. Charlinium has more stuff, but it's all Hydras and Corruptors, which we've seen has not been able to kill the Protoss today at all. Well, I don't know where I clicked, but whatever. I think that was an Obs that died. Overseer speed would be nice. It's just the Overlord speed upgrade, but... And then making some Mutalisks, too. I don't know if Mutas are what you want. It's a lot of Stalkers. It's Stalker Colossus. It's 27 Stalkers and 3 Colossus here. What year is it? This strategy was so powerful in early Wings of Liberty days in ZVP because Colossus did tons more damage than they do now. So they would just wipe out anything on the ground, and then Stalkers would just be like, oh, you made Mutas? Blah, blah, blah. You made some Corruptors? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it was really tough to deal with it. And the timings would hit fast enough that Zerg couldn't get Broodlords out, and not that it would help that much anyway against Blink Stalkers, right? So... This is taking me back to different days. Army value 112 to 81. Gonna make sure this base is not comfortable. But free Mutalisk is nice. All right, here we go. Gonna go for it. I don't know about bringing Hydras to this party. Although, I don't know, 2 Colossus just died as he tried to engage with Corruptors away from a shield battery for shield battery overcharge. There's another one, man. Shield battery overcharge is absolutely there every time Coaches needs it today. Charlinium still refusing to pull back when shield battery overcharges up. Remember what I said about Disruptors? Huge Disruptor hit. Huge Disruptor hit. Oh, this is bad. Free Mutalisks. Free Shavakadu. Yo. And then just Ling Muta here. Against the Stalkers? Kind of, yeah. Not bad. If these Zerg units had any upgrades at all for attack or armor, I'd feel better about it. Yeah, and just not enough Ling Muta to do that. They're effective. Cost efficiently, Ling and Muta against Stalker is excellent. It's very, very good. But again, not enough. There's not enough here. So it would make it more Hydras. Continue to spend his money pretty well. Kochos is doing even better spending his cash. He's oversaturated on his third. He really needs a 4th base, which is what he's doing now, throwing it up on this right side. Creep spread, you know, not Scarlet level, but pretty good, especially down this left way, really covering this bottom left corner impressively. And then maybe coming up this way. The more bases you can cover with creep, the more the Protoss is afraid to expand there. It is a scientific fact that they are. Anyway, hit that like button, subscribe. I'm here, I don't know, 5 times a week, sometimes 6 with StarCraft 2 content. Really fun high-level stuff, and also this kind of lower-level, crazy, weird stuff, too, that you don't get. I mean, I guess now that we have Lurkers, this is a pretty normal ZVP, kind of. The Mutas are an interesting choice. I like the 1 Disruptor choice here from Coaches. Like, who just makes 1 Disruptor? That's what he's got. Maybe it was an accident. Maybe he was like, one disruptor is all you possibly need. Clearing out some of that creep that Charlenium's been doing such a good job spreading here. We've got Seismic Spines on the way. He's getting... Look, he's really good at getting the upgrades that extend range or, you know, make lurkers burrow more quickly or lings faster, but he's really bad at getting armor or attack upgrades. Disruptor shot catches a lurker. Very nice. There's just enough stalkers. Shield battery overcharge is up here too. Get in there and make use of that shield battery overcharge. The lurkers are the problem. Again, as historically, the lurkers are always the problem. So Coaches is like, well, crap. I don't know how to deal with lurkers. Let's go attack him. This is pretty classic stuff. Lower level players especially are like, lurkers, huh? Well, I'm just going to go try to base race you now. See how you do with that. Colossus taking hits on the backside. Lurkers burrowing in very quickly. And this, it's a Stalker Ball now. It is a pure Stalker Ball. Everything else is dead. They've got Blink. They've got upgrades. That +3 attack finishing up would be pretty cool for them. It's a little bit far away. It is getting DT Blink for some reason. I don't know. Look at him just staying away from the lurkers as well as he can. Again, this is an upgrade. This is kind of an upgrade thing that makes these Stalkers as good as they are. Oh, man. 3 Corruptors, too, which means you can get back into Colossus because the Corruptor count is low. Oh, man. Sniping individual lurkers as they walk up to you is good, but standing there as they lurker spine you to death is bad. Ooh, he's got the +3 attack now, though. So, look, he's got +3 attack versus 0/0 Hydras and Lings. Like, this should not work as well as it is with these Hydras and Lings, but that's just how vulnerable Stalkers are to both of these units. He's warping in additional Stalkers here. You know what'd be really good in this situation? Charge Lots. I don't know why he insists on continuing to make Stalkers here. Charge Lots are insanely good. Lurker down. Okay, Lurker down and Lurker down. Okay, that's what he needed. He needed a triple Lurker kill there to do as well as he can. He needs to make more Observers too. He's got a couple of them. They're just in observation mode and not following the army around, which they can do because there are no Overseers here for Charlenium, who is expanding to the bottom left. Actually, he's expanded there already. Oh, okay. Blinks in, snipes a lurker, pulls out, loses a couple Stalkers in the process. Honestly, though, Charge Lots. Yeah, come on. This is so scrappy. Man, Charlenium is not wrong. 38,000 resources have been lost for the Zerg player in only 22 minutes. 24,000 for Coaches. And continuing to push into a position where shield battery overcharge seems like it's always available. Literally 100% of the time it is available. This cannon is just like, I got this. I got this work. Yeah, this is bad. This is the beginning of the end for Coaches here. His third base is going to die. He's mined out of his main and his natural. He's got no cash. He can't rebuild another Nexus. Disruptors, save me. Bam! 2 lurkers down. Okay, they were already injured because, you know, it takes 2 disruptor shots to kill a lurker. And 2 storms, but Disruptor getting focused down. Got only 2 kills, but they're both lurkers, which is nice. And it's just like 6 Hydras, man. Who needs upgrades, says Charlenium. Upgrades are for weakling defensive DTs with Blink in here. Okay. I mean, there was an Overseer. It's gone now. But the third base is dead for Coaches. That's it. He has no income. Charlenium has a ton of income. Upgrades don't matter at that point, right? But it's 78 to 23 workers. Sure, maybe you're not the most cost-efficient Zerg player of all time. But you can win because you can just make more stuff. Mutalisks in production. These DTs, yo. Yeah, that's it. I mean, long-distance mining for Coaches is all he has available to him. Without that, he can't rebuild. Oh, he can't rebuild a Nexus. And there's a DT in here, too. Oh, there's 2 DTs in here, hiding under the Overlords. Dude, more DTs up in the main base as well. This is really slowing Charlenium down and his ability to put the hammer down and end this game, because it's over. Transfusing the natural base. Sick move. I like it. Now go back and win. Let's go. Honestly, Mass Muta would probably just take care of it. Mass anything would take care of it. There's only 2 Disruptors here. The army is literally 2 Disruptors and a DT. Just a move. You got this. Make 7 more Mutalisks. You have the available supply. You have the money. You have the larva. He's making more Hydras. Fine. That's good too. Okay, so all the DTs that were sent out by coaches to buy him some time have been taken care of, but there are lurkers. Disruptors, kill them all. Oh, missed killing any of them. That's not good. Oh no, get out. Get out of there. Oh, disruptors. 0 upgrade lings. We'll kill you if that's it. That's your GG's. 86 to 70 army supply. Coaches, that's the man. I was going to say he's super stubborn, but no, he taps out, and Charlenium is our winner in 25 minutes and 23 seconds. Absolutely great. That was so good. That was such a non-stop, just back and forth, wonderful game. Yo. Look at this. 44,900 resources lost for Charlenium and only 32 for coaches. I mean, this is typical ZVP stuff where, yeah, I'm going to lose 29 mutas and I'm going to lose 131 hydras. But I'm going to win the game anyway because I made more stuff than you did. Only 3 Colossus made in this game. Interesting. I think you'd want more against someone who's going mass Hydra Ling. Guess the lurkers are the main problem, but that's why you make some immortals. Or Tekka to Sky Toss. I don't know. He didn't really have a third base forever. Third base was a problem for sure for Coaches. Fourth base never really happened. And Charlenium, the early aggression from Coaches was great, but Charlenium handled it, expanded a bunch when he had the time to, and just denied expansions from Coaches and got the win. So well done. Truly, truly fun ZVP. That is some great play from Charlenium. And that's going to be it for me today. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like to saw what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.